Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 by Bismuth for our hunt brothering of the Bismuth market on July 18th. July 18th will be the 125th anniversary of Mary Curie discovering polonium. Polonium is now made from bismuth, and I think it would be a really appropriate time to Hunt Brothers bismuth because I think the future of bismuth will be in the RTGs that will be powering. Well, right now as I record this, I got to pay attention to how much power I have on my computer. Right, if I had an RTG that I could insert into my computer, that might be a different story, right? And think about our cars and our homes and all that, right? Not to mention space exploration among other places where you might not have a ready source of, and you definitely can't bring fossil fuels to, right? So join me this July 18th. We're gonna Hunt Brothers the market in bismuth. Right now, as I speak, 99% of all the bismuth that is used in industry is not recycled because of how ridiculously cheap it is, right? It is only twice as more common as gold. Now, I did some calculations based on how much we use and all that, and my most conservative estimate for where bismuth could go was on the order of hundreds of dollars an ounce, right? All the way up to like 5,000 and even 10,000 an ounce, depending on how you measure it. It is way undervalued right now, and I also thought about my own situation. I talked about how in the last couple of years, I had a number of toxic relationships, toxic jobs, but I realized that none of those would be so toxic if I had a second income to fall back on. That's why I've been really busy buying the bismuth. To give you an idea, at my last job, I had a very toxic relationship with how I handle eating. My boss would often schedule me for hours that were not very conducive to a healthy eating lifestyle. And I remember thinking myself, God, I got to stockpile bismuth so that I don't have to keep doing this and eating at these awkward times and all that. But I was buying so much bismuth, I didn't want to spend money on food, and so my eating became even more out of control, and it just became a vicious cycle until I left that job. But you know what? If I had $1 billion worth of bismuth back then, turned out that way, I might have just ate out a little bit more, not have to worry about spending time cooking, and I probably could have ate better, and I probably could have kept that job if I had $1 billion. And I a couple nights ago I was dreaming about this because I was sleeping and thinking about how nice it would be to be able to accommodate everybody at work because I didn't have to. I could go there just for fun, right? And then I dreamt about it, and I realized in my dream that even if my bismuth were worth $1 billion, I would still have to eat and still have to poop. And those two things really bother me because they constrain life, right? If I didn't have to eat or poop, there are a lot of things I could do that I really can't today, right? So, for example, I love long distance walking. I'll walk 50 miles or more, not in this kind of weather, but in the spring or in the fall. I could take a very long distance walk. But if I go overnight and there's nothing to eat, or I have to pack my food, it's heavy. There's nowhere to go poop. If I need to pee, I'll sometimes do it in public, but not pooping, and it's just a big constraint on life. And in my dream, I realized that even if bismuth went to $10,000 an ounce, I couldn't buy my way out of a lot of things, right? So you can't walk because you have to. No, it's not that I can't walk because I have to poop. There's nowhere to poop if I have to walk overnight, and it constrains how far I can go. Right? Let's put it that way. Anyway, it was a revelation to me. But it my boss was giving me all those wonky hours. At least I could eat out afterwards. Right? I didn't have to worry about when am I going to get home to cook my meals and all that. Right? And I probably could have kept that job if only bismuth had taken off 3 months ago, right? But better late than never. So July 18th, I hope to have 3 tons of bismuth before it all goes down because I was doing some calculations. I was thinking the very least it would go to is maybe $300 an ounce, and I figured with 3 tons I could do a lot for my family and myself, and for a few people that I care about. So this is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.